Hey guys, welcome back. This is Storm and welcome to episode 153 of our single player Tiveden world. So we are making some progress on our swamp village, or the external wall for the swamp village. There was a great suggestion to continue this kind of theme all the way around the perimeter of the village, and that's exactly what we're doing here. So I've decided to keep this going around, and you can see I've planted some more trees down here. Extending this, I'm not sure how far around we will go. I wanted to try and hug the shoreline a little bit here, see if we can sneak through. There we go, because we've got a lot of area here to play with, and I've already started to fill in parts of this with dirt, which is spreading over with grass now. But it is getting pretty deep out here, so to fill all this in with dirt, that is a lot of blocks. So I'm not sure if I will do that. I might have to cheat a little bit and just put dirt on the top layer here and leave the water underneath. So I'll have to think about that one. But what I was thinking of doing was actually to wrap this whole perimeter all the way around and basically encase this little river section here, because I thought it'd be interesting to keep this as part of the village. So what we could do is actually build some kind of farms or some other parts of the village that will have a unique look of the grass and the surrounding water, or just the water sources here. Yeah, it'd be interesting to have this buried amongst all the other swamp kind of features inside the village here. So that's what I'm currently thinking. So that's going to mean we need to extend this perimeter all the way around there and then somehow join up around to there. So a lot to do, but we are making some decent progress. And as we progress with the wall design here, there were some other good suggestions in the previous episode about how I should blend this down to the land, or down to the bottom here. And there was a good suggestion about kind of making roots or some kind of jagged section here with the different trunks or different parts of the tree here. And that's what I've tried to go for. You'll have to let me know if I've achieved that. I've tried to make it look a little bit more natural, per se, of how I can blend this down. So this is my attempt at that. I like this kind of little section where it kind of jaggers out a little bit. I won't do this everywhere. It'll have to be quite sporadic. So time for an update. You can see we've got the main perimeter outline sorted now. Pretty happy with the shape. I've had a few different goes at trying to get that right, but I'm pretty happy with how that's going to work. We've got plenty of room to expand if we wanted to at some point, but I think this area is going to be large enough for what we're going to do in here. Haven't really settled on building design on the inside, but I figure if we get the main walls sorted and we can put down a little bit of dirt at least to try and cover maybe the top layer of the water here. Not sure if we're going to have enough dirt to do everything, because it is pretty deep. If you look around here, yeah, look how deep that is. That's a lot of blocks to fill all this in. Yeah, that's going to take a lot of effort. So we may not do all of that, but we'll have to think about that. So we'll put down the trees now, or the saplings, and then we'll see how it looks. Hopefully the shape's going to work out for us though. So most of this area has now been covered over with at least one layer of dirt, which is now converting into grass. You can see I've got this nice river section here still exposed, and I've left a couple of open areas over here as well. I think it looks pretty cool how you can look down into this bottom area. So I might have to do something about this, try and incorporate this into the village design somehow, because I do like that little look you get there. But you can see how it looks. Most of the trees have all grown around here now. The grass has gone over a lot of the dirt. I don't have a lot of dirt left in my supplies. My main storage is completely empty. I found a nice chest that was completely full of dirt. I've used all of that. So I have no idea how many stacks of dirt I've used in this project so far, but it's a lot, and there's still a lot more to go. Particularly if I want to cover up down the bottom here, which I pretty much won't do. I think I'll just have to find a way to light up underneath here and just make it, make it just hidden away. It's just one of those things that you can't always complete and have it all nice and solid. There's still quite a lot to do for the exterior part of the perimeter. I want to continue the same look and feel all the way around. And this is what we worked on at the start of the episode. And you can see where we've chopped down some of the wood, we've got a little bit of leaf decay. So we'll have to go around and fix that, but that's not going to be too bad. But I do like the look of continuing this theme. It's just going to take time to do all of this all the way around. And adding in some saplings like this is going to add a little bit of colour, put in a little bit of variation as well. So I'm going to continue that as well, particularly where there's joining land around the outside here. So I'll probably continue that look. But I think that's going to make this look a little bit nicer. And this is what the area looks like from up above. You can see now with the grass mostly growing over, it's going to look quite nice with the different colours and the tones that you get here. You got the darker green look. It's nice. It's going to get a lot darker as you get closer to this little river section in here as well. You can see the water's obviously blue, and then we've got the swampy watercolour as well. So I think we could certainly make these different contrasts work to our favour as we start the building process, because we can blend these into or incorporate these different looks directly into the builds themselves, and I think that's going to be a nice touch. And there was a great suggestion also on the last episode to incorporate some kind of path design on top of the trees around the perimeter here. Now I've thought about that and seeing how we could do that. At this stage I think it might be a bit too hard to do because there's going to be quite a lot of height variation. Like for example here, how could you traverse this if you're putting in like a path up here? Because if you're using stairs and whatnot, I think to incorporate that throughout this, it's going to be a little bit bulky, so it might be something that I'll put on the back burner, although it was a great idea. It'll be good if I can incorporate it somehow, but my concern is that I'll make the leaves here too bulky by incorporating some kind of path up here. Otherwise, I can just walk around like we are right now. We don't have to put in an actual path itself, but it would have been nice to have something up here, I guess. So this is something that I had completely forgotten about, that you can waterlog ladders. So we'll incorporate this a little bit around the base of the perimeter here as well. I think that adds a nice look where you can see it going through the water like that. So that looks pretty cool. And you can see I've also got some seagrass now growing around here. Happy with that as well. Adds a bit of colour to the area and it helps to make this look a little bit more natural. And you can see as we've got a large distance now between the water level here at the surface down to the land underneath, we have to scale this kind of root system design. But I think it's working for us. I've kept the same kind of theme as we started with around here, but generally looks okay. So I think that looks good. We'll continue this around. I'm not sure how far we'll get today because it's taking a lot of time, but pretty happy with the progress so far. So I'm taking a quick break from our swampy village area here, doing a little bit of trading. I really want these emeralds. So every now and then I'll come over here, make sure that any produce that's been built up, I can come over and do some trading with this guy. And we're still on this quest to try and get a complete double chest full of emerald blocks. And every time this lower row here fills up with the emeralds, that's just one stack of emerald blocks. So there's a long way to go, but making some good progress now. And our favourite villager here still likes us because he keeps still giving us emeralds for the carrots and potatoes. So awesome job, guy. Keep up the good work. So after about 10 stacks of bone meal later, we've got the surrounding area now of this village outline here all bone milled. So we can see we've got seagrass growing all throughout the water around here. I think it looks pretty good now. It looks pretty natural. Looks like it could be generated in the aquatic update or since then. And don't forget, this whole world around here is very old terrain. This is all back in Minecraft 1.3 days, so very old. And so I'll have to try and make it look like the newer updates. So it's a bit of artificial look here, but I think it doesn't actually look too bad. And this whole area now around the outside, working on the exterior of the perimeter, that is all done now as well. So let's go down and we'll take a quick look at that. So I'm not sure how long we've spent on this, probably at least 3-4 hours, something like that. Trying to make it look okay. We've had to grow some extra oak trees along here just to keep getting more wood to work on the exterior. And we've got a few extra not buildings, but a few extra openings like this, where I'm going to probably build a dock out here. I think this on this open side here with all the water around, having a dock area could be pretty cool. But you can see this whole area now extends around out this way. So where's my... don't have my boat on me. Fine. Fair enough. We'll have to swim. So let's go around this side. Check this out. And you can see it continues around. I might add a couple of trees up into the top around the perimeter here just to add a little bit more height variation because it's pretty flat just along there. But that looks okay. Let's see if we can cruise on out this way and check it out. So you can see it's completed along here as well. And where's my favourite bit? There was a really good bit along here that turned out quite well. Might be around the front. Yeah, I'm not sure. But you can see it's all done. I probably need to... actually, this section here probably needs a little bit more work. Add in a bit more colour variation by making this stripped. So I've been doing things like this as well. I think that adds to the look. Yeah, that looks a bit better. Do I have any... yes. Got a couple more fences left. We'll add this in as well. There we go. Some extra details. So that's pretty much all I've been doing around here to try and make this exterior all look nice and natural, or somewhat natural. So I think I've achieved that. And next I think what we'll do is we'll add in a dock right here. So for this dock area, what I'm going to do is put down a bit of plank action right here. Then I am thinking of having it at water level. Now where is my slabs? Well, I'm really struggling to put that on my hotbar. Okay, let's do something like this. Now, how far out do we want to go here? I probably will... actually, do we want it to be... yeah, maybe we do something like this. Let's make it 3 blocks wide. I do want to have a pillar system, maybe on both sides. So what do we do here, though? Okay, so what we could do... let's just try going out both directions, actually. Let's just try something like this. Now I've got some more on me. Not sure how wide I want to do this. Oh, that could be interesting to make it kind of line up there. Yeah, let's do that. That looks pretty good. And then this direction, let's do the same. Doesn't have to be exactly the same width. Just something that looks okay. How does that go? In fact, might exactly be the same width on either side there. That's not too bad. Let's try that out. Now, I'm probably going to do something like this for the sides, or the ends. So, get rid of this one. Then go down like so. Now, we could put down some of these. Let's try this. Get rid of that one. Oops. Get rid of this. How funky does that look? Doesn't look too bad. Then we could probably... I was thinking of... I don't really have to put lights out here because I'll put a gate here so it doesn't matter if mobs spawn on this. Maybe we keep it relatively low, or maybe we should bring it up a little bit. Because we are going for a primitive look here. I don't want to use too many modern looking blocks. Does that look better? It doesn't look too bad. Yeah, maybe we'll give that a go. So maybe I'll repeat this along the edge here. there we go, that didn't actually take so long. We've gone for the basic building materials and we've got this outside dock slash jetty all complete. Very happy the way that it looks, particularly with the leaves in the background along the perimeter wall. So I think that turned out quite nicely. And we do have the gate here, so we don't have to really worry about mobs spawning out here, because they won't be able to get in. Except if they have a projectile, because then they can shoot through, so... we'll have to think about that. But I thought what could be interesting is to mark out where we've got like an entrance like this, just with a redstone torch. Might make it glow a little bit from the outside. I want to kind of minimize the amount of lights that I have, or light sources I have on the exterior of this wall. I think if you're coming around at night time and this is all nice and quite dark, then you'll see the glow of the redstone torches. I think that'll be a nice look. And then when you come on the inside, that's where you'll see all the different lights of having this actually a lit up village area. So I think that could be a good idea. Now I do have a couple of other entrances that are built into the wall. There's a few over here, so I'm going to add the redstone torches to those entrances as well. And then to really emphasize where the entrances or exits are, we're going to add in some path blocks and just start to blend this into this area. Probably have it dividing out into different directions rather than just having the one consistent path just goes in a straight line, so something like that could be interesting. We'll just keep extending it around, and we'll do this on each of the entrances. So it's now night time, and we're going to take a look at these entrances with the redstone torches. If I can land on this lily pad. There we go, that looks pretty cool. The spider's pretty happy to see it as well. I do like the look, the little glow you get from the redstone torches there. That's the kind of look I was going for, because I don't really want it to be that bright from the outside, and then we'll have all the main sources of light on the inside where our villagers will hopefully be nice and safe at night time. That's the plan. We'll have to see if that can be pulled off. But I don't know what this spider's doing. Why are you spinning around like that, buddy? You're going to get dizzy. Doesn't have... Oh, no, he's after me. Alright, fair enough. You gone back to spinning again. No, you're back again on me. So I've worked on these entrances a little bit more by working on the path design, making it go through the gateway itself. So I've got some oak planks directly underneath some of these fences and fence gates, because we can't have the path block going underneath these blocks, unfortunately. Then using some bone meal around the neighbouring grass blocks here adds a little bit of detail. See, we've got some grass, some of the tall grass and some of the blue flowers as well. And I think that adds to the nice look and the natural effect of these entrances. So I think I might wrap up the video here. We've got a lot achieved today. Took a long time to work on this perimeter wall. Doesn't probably feel like it if you were just watching this episode, but this took many hours to complete. And just as I've come out here just to do a little bit of fishing, a bit of spear fishing actually, I've noticed I don't see any fish. Where's my fish? Built this awesome dock and there's no fish to come out. So yeah, maybe we'll have to build a little boat here just so the villagers can wander out, maybe out into the actual river rather than in the swamp to collect the fish. So, because I don't see any spawning right now. Where are my fish? They've got to be out here somewhere, are they? It's funny because I've been out here working on this perimeter and there's plenty of times where I've seen massive schools of fish around me, but right now I don't. So they're out hiding somewhere. There's squid. There we go. Here's a few more. Alright. You guys will have to do. I'll take you. And I'll take you. Thank you. Alright, so I'm going to leave the video here. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay awesome. Hopefully you like the episode. And I'll see you guys again in the next one. Cheers.